Good morning, everyone, from the Lunchtime Knitter. I'm coming on here a little bit early today. I have some errands I have to run on my lunch, so I have a little break. Casting on a new project today. I'm gonna start making the cowl that I was telling you about. So I have a lot of stitches to cast on. I'm gonna try, this is the first attempt at this. I'm gonna try and use this Wool Ease Fair Isle Thick and Quick. We'll see. I have some plans to do this in another knitting pattern so that it will be a little bit more lacy, but we're gonna try this for the first time. See how it goes. I'm just gonna cast on a bunch of stitches. I can't seem to find my longer circular needles, so I think I'm gonna do this on two 16-inch needles and see how it goes. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Here where I live, in my part of the world, the humidity finally broke. It was absolutely brutal. I felt pretty sick the whole time, actually, so I apologize for not being on much. I just couldn't do it. I was not feeling well with the heat, even with the air conditioning, you know, because you still have to go out and do things as much as we don't want to. It was very hot. Yesterday we don't really have tornadoes where we are. I mean, it's rare. We've had them, mostly a little bit south of where I live, but yesterday we were under a tornado watch for a good part of the day, but it didn't materialize, thank God. But it stayed cloudy, which I think kept a lot of the elements tamped down so that we didn't run the risk of that. We didn't even actually wind up having any really bad storms. I know that some people did. If you got bad storms where you were, leave me a note. Send me a comment. I'm just so thankful that it is much nicer today. The air is just beautiful, no humidity. I'm sure it's gonna come back. It's still only June. I'm that one person in the world waiting for late October. This will be a great project too for me, because it's really portable. I can take it with me everywhere I go. I think I can hear my neighbor's chickens out there. I don't know if you can hear them on the video. They're talking away. I didn't realize when the people a little bit down the street from me, they're like diagonally across from me through backyards. I didn't realize when they bought the house that they came with chickens. And I kept hearing these strange noises and I couldn't figure out what it was. And then I took a walk down to the end of my backyard and lo and behold, there's chickens. No rooster that I know of. Sure we would hear it. It's kind of funny because I don't really live in that rural of an area. It is a little bit rural, but in comparison to other cities, but there's quite a lot of neighbors and houses right here that are relatively close together. but it is right to farm community so they can have their chickens. They're not free range or anything, so they never come over. They stay right in their enclosure. I have kitties that go outside sometimes, so we don't want any chickens coming in the yard because my kitties would, I'm not sure what they would do. They've probably never seen a chicken, so I'm not sure what they would do. They'd probably be afraid of them. Okay, casting on. It was even really too hot for me to knit, even though I had air conditioning and it never really got cold in here. It's nice to be able to sit and knit for a little while. This is just some yarn that I got at Joann Fabrics. It's Lion Brand yarn, and it's the Woolies like I showed you. You know, it's funny, I've used this a few times and I've never had an issue with it. But one color that I used, my favorite color, purple, I couldn't even knit with it. It was the chemical smell in the yarn was literally making me sick. So the farther I got into the ball, the worse it became. So I contacted the company and they didn't have any record of any issues with this. So I'm not sure what happened with this one. So I'm trying this one again, just to see if it's the yarn, or maybe after a certain amount of time. I did buy them last year, September of last year. I think I bought them when we came home from one of the fairs, because they had all the knitting exhibits and I was inspired. So I bought a bunch of yarn, a lot of this actually. I just like how it makes a pattern as you go. Keeps it interesting while you're knitting, something good to look at. Can't believe it's going to be the 4th of July pretty soon. We're less than 2 weeks away to the 4th of July. It's hard to believe that it's come this fast. What are your plans for the 4th of July? Leave me a comment, let me know. It's a Thursday, so I do have to work the next day, so we're not gonna have a party. Usually we have a party, a cookout with family and friends, but we're not gonna do that this year because we just don't have the time to get ready and get everything done. And then there's all the cleanup, and you know, we only have that one day off. It makes it hard when the holiday's in the middle of the week. We are probably going to, on the weekend though, I'll have some people over for something, probably takeout, or maybe we'll go out to eat. It is my sister-in-law's birthday on July 9th or 10th. I have to look at the calendar. There, I got the beginning started. I think I'm going to cast on about 240 stitches, I think. 260 stitches. And I'll spread them out over the 2 needles. And then I'll knit the cowl over 2 circular needles, which I really enjoy doing. And see how this works. This is an experiment, so you can come along with me on the journey and let's see how it works out. Okay, I am off for now. I have to go back to work. Thanks for joining me for my break. And I will see you on the next video. Remember to like, subscribe, share, leave me a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see on here, if you have anything special you'd like to see. And it's going to be a good week, I think. So I will see you tomorrow. Happy knitting.